County 911.
Hi, I need an ambulance.
What's the address?
Right away.
What's the address? Tell me exactly what happened.
My husband is having SVT, heart problems.
Okay. Are you with him now?
I am.
How old is he?
He is 6.
Hi, my name is Dave DiOria. I'm a 67-year-old male who thought he was in great shape, good health, very active, no issues, or so I thought, until Easter Sunday when I became a cardiac arrest survivor. Easter Sunday, we were having a very normal day at home, very relaxing. About 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I was upstairs in a bedroom and I was just putting clothes away in my dresser, and I had a syncope episode that came on in a matter of 2 or 3 seconds. And it was so fast that I couldn't even make it from my dresser to the bed. She called 911. The EMTs arrived in a matter of minutes. By the time they got to our house, I was sitting on the bed. I had a normal pulse, and my blood pressure was like 125/77, so all my vital signs were normal, and I declined the offer to go to the hospital. That was about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. About 11 o'clock, Carol and I went to bed. We were reading. I got up to use the bathroom, and as I was coming out of the bathroom, I had another one of these almost instantaneous syncope episodes. And this time I managed to get to the floor, get my feet up in the air, try to get some of the blood rushing, back to my head to eliminate the kind of that passing out feeling. But in a minute or two, I knew that this was a very, very different kind of event that I was having. She called 911 immediately. She had the presence of mind to run downstairs, open the door, put a light on, run back upstairs. I was still conscious, but my body had become very, very clammy. By the time she came out, I was unconscious, blacked out. And the next thing I remember, the EMTs were carrying me out of the house and putting me in an ambulance.
When the evening event happened, what was most terrifying was how quickly all of this happened. I immediately thought back to the class that we took, which was, I think, the saving grace. I think I give most of the credit for that day to everything we learned in the class.
The important part of this story, sure, it's important that I survived. I mean, I'm obviously grateful for that. But the really important part of this story is, and the very serendipitous part of this story, is that 5 weeks before this happened, Carol and I took the CPR class, free CPR class that was offered by the Howard County Fire Department.
The most amazing thing then was how everything just instinctively kicked in.
Surviving a sudden cardiac arrest is a life-changing event. Learning to live with confidence again is, besides Carol, meeting the other people, the first responders who were responsible for saving my life. I had the sudden cardiac arrest on a Sunday evening. Wednesday afternoon, Carol and I drove over to the Howard County Fire Department on Tamar Drive, and coincidentally, the EMT team that responded to our house that night were there. And when we first walked in, and a couple of the EMTs that had responded that night saw us, their first reaction was shock that we were there, and second, it was just, they were overjoyed. I mean, they were smiling and happy, and for both Carol and I, it was a really, really emotional reunion. It's almost as if the EMT team that responded that night are now kind of an extension of our family.
The team was wonderful. They were so reassuring. When we got down into the ambulance, one of the EMTs buckled my seatbelt for me. And I thought, that was just so kind. there were so many hugs and tears and kisses.
Walking into that firehouse and seeing them and being able to thank each one of them personally was just an incredible experience. And my birthday was the 10th of April, and it was the first time after the sudden cardiac arrest that all of our family got together. And being able to sit at the table surrounded by my children and my grandchildren and Carol, and thinking that I might never see any of their sweet faces again was almost, it was just an overwhelming and overpowering feeling.
Can you breathe okay?
Hello?
Hey,
What's he doing now?
he's not breathing.
Okay, listen, I want you to start chest compressions.
Okay.
Good job. Keep going as fast as you can.
Staying alive. Staying alive. Please. Staying alive. Staying alive. 1, 2, 3, 4. Staying alive. Staying alive. 1, 2, 3, 4. Staying alive. Staying alive. 1, 2, 3, 4. Staying alive. 1, 2, 3, 4. Staying alive. Staying alive.
CPR
saves lives, and we are positive proof of that.
Absolutely.